Welcome to this week's The Choice, and as you can tell, the choice is a little bit different. Vicky ain't here. Look who I got. Yep, well, Hop and I, as we get older, we're saying, heck, let's spend more time, right? We sighted in our traditions up in Illinois, and we headed to your guys' farm in Missouri. Yeah.
And we were there for opening weekend of the Missouri gun season.
Yeah, the firearm season.
Firearm
but we chose
season.
to use our traditions.
What were we thinking?
We had a blast, didn't we?
We did.
So this week, we're hunting whitetails on The Choice.
Well, we're shooting our brand new Pro-Series Tradition firearms, our muzzleloaders. We're going to Missouri here soon, and we gotta make sure we're ready to smack down some deer. See what I did there? Smack down some deer.
Oh, I get it.
I don't care what hunt you're going on, what adventure, but a big part of it is that anticipation, you know, getting everything ready for the hunt. And just like any time, whether, you know, you're going on a bow hunt, you're going on a muzzleloader, rifle, whatever, before you head out, you know, you always just check your equipment. Oh, yeah. Now we go.
Oh, it's tippy toes.
Oh, there you go. I think I seen it hit right. I can confirm we are low right. I'd say 5 inches right, 3.5 down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just barely to the right.
Yeah.
Just barely to the right.
Weird.
We got this one close.
Yes, sir.
Let's get the other one dialed in.
How's the table?
That table's nice.
Run a clean patch down this way. Make it
This is boar solvent.
Fixing to shoot.
Never rip, tater chip.
Yeah, it's to the right. About 5.5 inches.
I doubled the clicks at 50.
Yeah, because we're at 50. Oh.
You missed that pumpkin by this much.
I did the thing. It said hit here, I hit there. I did what they asked. Do I get a prize?
You got a crisp high five.
If you haven't noticed, you know, past few years, it's always been about the girls. The girls, the women, the ladies. Well, Hoppy and I said, you know what? It's about time for the guys. Well, Hoppy, that's it. It's a wrap.
Yep.
Deer season 2024.
It's over.
Let's get it.
All right, let's go.
Before I start crying. Hoppy, I gotta tell you, you know, all our years together, and we've never been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. We've talked about it.
Forever.
You knew we've had the property
Yeah.
there, and I said, let's go. We had the tracker buggy.
Yeah, we had the trackers. we had everything ready to go.
We left Illinois, pulled right into Missouri, unloaded those things, and done a little scouting. And
What a beautiful piece of land.
I told you, we got lucky when we bought that place. Didn't know what we were buying, and it's a deer mecca place. It really is.
I think it's a Midwestern wildlife sanctuary. How are you, buddy?
All right.
How's things? Good. I mean, you knew the land, you know what I mean?
Right.
And what was so cool, though, is how you and I, wherever we're hunting together, we're always, like, strategizing, you know what I mean? And you're showing me going all up and those on top of that ridge.
Well, and you're like, man, this would be a good place for a stand. I'm like, we have the blinds in what we feel are the right places.
Yeah.
And they were. So.
Oh, they were perfect. Yeah. And again, there's a funny one, and we always try to tell everybody, even though we're doing this as friends, don't guide the guy.
What do you think?
Beautiful. Holy moly. Wow. RJ, what do you think? Okay, so you didn't prepare me for the little red house.
The red house. I told you about the red house. We've been staying in the red house for a long time.
For a long time.
And it's a red house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hunting camp.
It's a hunting camp, and then when we rolled in there, my buddies Mitch and
Oh.
Al and Steve, they're excited for us to come in and we had steak dinner that night.
Oh.
And, I don't
Ate
know.
like kings normally.
Didn't we have a steak dinner out on the porch?
Yeah, yep, on the deck.
Wasn't a whole lot of room in a red house to have steak dinner.
No, and there ain't a whole lot of room on that little deck either, but we all managed to do it.
All right, we got steaks. We got strip steaks ready to go.
First night here at Missouri Deer Camp, and it's dinner. And when you're with the Kempers, you can almost bet you're gonna eat beef.
This segment is brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. The choice is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Alps Outdoors, Browning Firearms, Dallas Safari Club, Easton Archery, and Gammo Air Guns.
This morning is opener here in Missouri, and we got our Traditions muzzleloader. I'm gonna load up here. I'm not gonna put a fire stick in till we get to the blind. So our first morning out, Hop, you had the game plan.
Yeah,
you knew what was going on.
we loaded up. I dropped you and RJ off in your blind. We went and got in ours, and beautiful morning day.
Oh.
Daylight comes and deer are moving.
Nothing better than the Midwest during the rut.
That is the truth.
Sometimes you're sitting there, sun comes up, you're like, this is so gorgeous, this is so beautiful, and the deer just start piling out, and these deer were piling out, man, and all of a sudden I see this buck, great eye guards, just everything, just a little too far out for what we want to do with, with our muzzleloaders, but still, the honor and privilege to see something like that, yeah. Thanks, Hop, thanks, Pops, we were in the right spot at the right time. Could be that 9. I can't make them out completely, but need them closer and bigger.
Well, we've had a fairly productive morning. We've had a doe come out earlier. Just had a nice 8 or it might have been a 9 point came by chasing a doe. His mouth's open, and we kind of waited for him to get, hoping they'd come out right here, and they came out at the far end of the field and couldn't get a shot at them. They were too far.
So that first morning, daylight comes, deer are moving, and it wasn't very long. This big doe starts our way. She was all by herself, came right up on the hill, right up close, like 40, 50 yards, and I had the muzzleloader ready.
All right, we got a big doe. She was standing right over here, Eddie. Here's blood right here. See it all here and right here, all over this stick. Oh yeah, there's blood. I see her right there, Eddie. See her? All right. Oh yeah, here's blood. Yeah, so what she done is got right here and went right down. Well, we got the doe. It's always nice when you walk up on them, they're a bit bigger than you think. We got to drag this thing uphill now, but anyway, got a nice big doe. She was all by herself this morning, which was a little odd. No yearling with her and no buck with her. But using the Traditions Pro-Series Nitro Fire. It's a new one out with the adjustable cheek pad, I guess you'd call it, a rest. So get this doe tagged and get her taken care of. Let her hang a little bit and take some meat home from deer camp here in Missouri. Gonna take it home to Florida.
This This segment is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. This segment is brought to you by Spy Point, the world's #1 cellular trail camera.
Let me get my gun.
So the next morning we dropped Ralph off in his stand, and actually we set up on some chairs underneath an old tripod stand, which obviously couldn't hold 2 of us or we would have been in it. So Eddie and I set up underneath that tripod and, you know, got ready, and we were watching 2 different directions on this road. We had a couple of doe come out down a couple 300 yards from us, actually.
This looks like 2 does. They're way down there though. Oh, don't move. There's a doe right here. She's right here, close. Don't move. She's got us. There's another deer right down here. It's a buck. It's a good buck. Here we go. Well, that got pretty intense. We had a doe come out right on top of us. I picked my glasses up to look at 2 doe way down the lane, and she caught me. Stood here for 5 minutes, blowing at me. And I looked down in that little bottom, and there was a big buck standing. Walked out. Even though she was blowing, he came out. Whew. Pretty sure it was a really good 10-pointer. I think I hit this deer good. We're gonna find out here in a minute. I thought I saw him go back behind that stuff. There he is, dead right there. What he done was ran right there and ran right there. He's dead right. He's dead right here. And here's his white belly. Oh man, oh yeah. He's way bigger than I thought. Holy smokes. What a stinking buck. Oh my gosh. Eddie, taxidermy bill just went up. Look at this. Oh my heavens. Whew, thank you, Lord. What a buck. Oh, he's big too. I think right before I shot, I checked. My dad's been seeing this 9-pointer here, and I wanted to make sure I didn't shoot this 2-year-old 9-pointer. No, I'm looking at this thing like he's a 2-year-old 9-pointer and he's a 4-year-old 10-point. Ah, what a deer! Traditions muzzleloader.
Well, we gotta hurry up, get down. Hoppy shot a monster 10 with his Traditions, and we had a lot of activity up here. They just wouldn't want to play close to us.
When I walked down there to recover him, I thought, boy, I'm really glad I shot this deer, because he's a lot bigger than I thought.
What a buck. And on the Kempfer Farms.
Well, I appreciate you coming and hunting with me, but I appreciate you letting me hunt with you, buddy.
Oh, cut it out, brother. You're everything to us, man, and I mean it. We couldn't do any of this without you. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's concerned about what it scores, you know what I mean, how old it is, how many years of encounters you've had or situations you've had, and we've blindsided what it's all about.
That's the truth.
You know that?
Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Traditions Performance Firearms. Feel the difference. The choice is also brought to you by Hoyt Archery, Spy Point Trail Cameras, Tracker Off-Road, Traditions Muzzleloaders, and these fine sponsors.
What a day this has been so far. Hoppy shot a monster 10-point, which was incredible. This morning we had deer all over us. Just couldn't make it happen. And Hoppy dropped RJ and I off at our blind, and we're sitting in here. We already spooked about 4 or 5 does and yearlings as we were coming up. Crazy, crazy day. And we're sitting there, and the deer start to move. I think the movement was a little bit later, you know, and the does start coming out and everything. And all of a sudden, see movement to my left, way out there, and here is a beautiful buck, big mature whitetail. And he comes out, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna go? You know, is he gonna keep going? He comes across the field, stops, and just comes walking to us. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. And I mean, he just kept coming and coming and coming, and we're like, okay, okay. No, he's still coming. What more could you ask for? It was God saying, hey, Ralph, this is your turn. Right when he turns, RJ. Get ready. He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down.
Congratulations, sir.
I am so happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Hello.
Hop, you might want to bring the paddy wagon.
You get one?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And he went down. He went down to our right here.
Okay. All right, buddy. We're on our way.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Ralph got a buck.
Where's the deer? What direction?
In the woods.
Is he dead?
Oh, we saw him flip. Oh. Unless he flipped and kept going, but I don't think so.
Is a good one?
RJ spot. He said right away. He said, can't shoot her.
Maybe. Yeah. You're pretty sure he's down?
We watched him flip.
Oh. Let's find him before it gets dark.
There he is. There he is, Hoppy. Hoppy, there he is.
Let's go see what he is. 10 point.
10, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at
that.
Oh, he's narrow.
That.
Huh?
That's the deer that Sage sent me a picture of this morning. It was below the house.
Really?
Way
Look
on
at-
the other side of the property.
Look how tight he is. Well, Hoppy, I can't thank you, Pop, Granny, and everybody. I mean, what a beautiful 10-point from Missouri here, from the Kempfer farm, huh? Oh my gosh, we had a Hoppy goes, why don't you guys come down? You need to see the farm. And we're like, you don't have to ask us twice. And my gosh, what a beautiful buck.
Nice.
And you took yours this morning?
2 10-pointers.
2 10
for the
pointers.
2 old guys.
Yeah, buddy. Hoppy, that was a surprise to you, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I had no idea that deer was going to be that big until I walked up on him. I had no clue. I mean, I thought it was a nice deer. I wouldn't have shot it, but nice mature buck. But I shot it and I walked up on it and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't pass this deer.
He was gorgeous.
Beautiful deer. And the one that you got, big high rack 10
Yeah.
pointer. It's like, whoa, what are the chances of you and I killing
Doing that in
two 10 pointers in 2 days?
that was just crazy.
We got our does with the muzzleloader. I mean,
I can't thank y'all enough, and I mean,
you don't have to thank me. It was just fun.
buddy,
having
can't wait for
friends
this
there.
year. Whatever we're gonna do,
Yeah.
we're gonna do whatever it is because that's what Hoppy and I do. And just ask Susan and Vicky, and they'll tell you, let them go. Just
Leave them alone. Let them go.
So hey, thanks for making your choice the choice.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded service men and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
It's gonna be so hard. Okay, take 2.
Do we have a pitchfork? I feel like I need a pitchfork. Can I do this thing?
Put it down. Put it down. I'll ground you.
Y'all want to see your targets?
Grab one. Please don't miss.
Please. What have you done?
Big buck.